Hey guys, Stanley King here with Remax Unlimited in Las Vegas. Today I want to talk to you about the pros and cons of living in Las Vegas. I know if you've thought about Las Vegas, you have some stereotypes in your mind. So I want to go over 5 things that are cons and 5 things that are pros. I'm going to kind of interlace this together, and some of them, they're almost the same thing. All right, so here we go. Good old Las Vegas, Sin City, right? So, one of the cons is right there. It's Sin City. Gambling, drinking, sins. If you're a hardcore gambler and you can't stop, or you're an alcoholic and you just can't deal with the fact that nothing ever closes, it's a pretty difficult city to live here. If you don't have discipline, this city will let you do whatever you want. All right, so the other thing, weather. Everybody says, oh, it's scorcher, it's the middle of the desert. And I have to admit, summertime, it gets super hot. We're in the middle of the desert. There's really nothing around us. It does get up to 110. The all-time high temperature here is 118 degrees. I believe in Celsius, that's something like 45 to 50 degrees, and we can string together 70, 80 days over 100 degrees. So if you don't like dry and you don't like heat in the summer, that's a con too. Anyway, there's the rest of the year though, so we're going to get to that in the pros. All right, so here's the other thing about Vegas that I've always noticed. If you run out of money here and you're broke, this is a cold town. Vegas likes people who come here and are productive and want to make money or want to spend money. Very kind city to the people who are moving their money around. If you run out, man, it's tough. I've seen guys trying to walk back to Los Angeles from Las Vegas, and I'm not saying it's like every day, but I have seen it probably about 20, 30 times in my 20 years here in Las Vegas. All right, so the other thing about Las Vegas is it's very different because it's such a new city. So not many people are from here. So if you're expecting I know like in Cincinnati or Buffalo or even somewhere maybe Fresno, people are from there. And if you're looking for those deep, deep roots, it's hard to find people who were born in Vegas since the population has changed so drastically. And because that population's changing drastically, the construction is everywhere. It's amazing. They're building houses, roads, sewers, water pipes. I mean, electric. It's unbelievable how much they're building here. And the other thing too with the new city is, if you don't get out in Las Vegas, you can get lonely here. So it's something to think about. If you're a person who's not used to meeting people and talking to people, this is a very, very social town. So if you're that kind of person who stays inside, this could be a lonely place to be. The other thing, this is what I've noticed over the years. For a small business owner or somebody looking to get a job, this is a great city. The city lets you do whatever. And if you're a huge business owner or you have a ton of money, this is a fantastic place to do business. If you're looking to build houses and build projects and do things, and you're kind of a middle of the road person who's trying to string together things, this is a very difficult city because what the city's doing is it has a huge master plan and it does not plan to go outside of that plan. Every once in a while you can get rezoning done, but it's rare. But, the thing is, this city, you have to deal with politics, permits, zoning, fines. So it's kind of, it's interesting. I mean, if you can work through that system and get in front of the city council, do those kind of things, great. If not, it's difficult. All right, so here's my favorite part of the video. These are the pros. And I got to tell you, I'm kind of like, I don't want to call it a mayor, more of like a cheerleader for Las Vegas. I've been here 20 years. I moved here from Los Angeles after having lived in Los Angeles for quite a while. And I'd lived in California. I'd lived overseas. And when I came up here, I got to say, I came to Sin City. The first time I came here was in 97, and I thought I would never live in that city ever. And 3 years later, I bought a house here, and it was crazy. In 2000, when I saw the Bellagio, I thought, this is Sin City. This is awesome. And I still think Bellagio is one of the nicest hotels in the world. Food's incredible. It's just unbelievable. You know, that's the thing. We have world class, I mean, world class hotels here. World class gaming, not gambling, gaming. We have world class shows, restaurants, clubs, pools, tours. Tourism is king here, and the tourists come in droves, 44 million, 50 million people a year. We're 2.3 million people servicing 45 to 50 million people a year who come here and visit. It's just incredible. And the product we serve them has to be world class. These guys are flying or driving to the middle of the desert. And it's very rare I hear somebody leave here and say, I didn't have a good time. People love Vegas. It's a, you know, I have to say it's an adult Disneyland. The Strip is. All right. The other thing is with the weather. I didn't know what to expect when I moved here because all I'd ever heard too was microwave, oven, it's hot, briquettes, you know, everything. Yes, from June until August, it's hot. But if you have a pool, it's a dream. If you come here and you buy a house and you have a pool, I'm telling you, it is spectacular. I mean, you can get in the car and drive somewhere very quickly where it's cool, or you can get on the plane and go somewhere, which is really nice. So believe it or not, the average temperature here, this is fact, is 63 degrees all year long. The thing is, from October through May, it's really comfortable here. There's a couple months in winter where we as vegans, we say we're in the depths of winter. It's 40 degrees. Once in a while, it gets into the 30s for like a couple days, and we're like, oh, this is the depths of winter. But I know if you're coming out of Buffalo or New York or Chicago where it's minus 30 wind chill factor, you look at us and you think, you guys are pathetic. 40 degrees, that's t-shirt weather for you guys. So that's something, most of the year here, it is so enjoyable. And we only get 4.5 inches of rain a year, so no snow, not a lot of rain. We have an outdoor, climate here where you can do so much outside. It's fantastic, especially for people who are retiring. It's so nice for them to not have to deal with the gray skies and the bad weather. So that's really a big deal. All right, so next thing, this is huge. Not everybody knows this, but we have no state tax here. None. So if you're coming from a place like California where I think it's now 13.5% tax, you're instantly getting a 13.5% raise by moving here. Usually the jobs pay about the same. That is fantastic. So how does the state get their money? It's off of room taxes from the Strip for the most part and sales tax. Our sales tax is comparable to many other states. It's very rare I go somewhere and think, oh, I could save money on sales tax by going there. Our gas tax is less. Basically, everything here is less expensive. It's amazing. I came from California, so I can speak very clearly on this. I felt like I got a 25 to 30% raise by leaving California. And that immediately contributed to my lifestyle being a lot better. The quality of life here is unbelievable. And of course, I'm a realtor, so I have to mention this, but the prices of homes here, very affordable. It's unbelievable what you get for your dollar versus when you look in Los Angeles or San Francisco or New York. And you can get a range of homes. You can get everything from a $200,000 condo up to a $25 million beautiful mansion. And when I say $25 million, that's a house that in other places could be $80 million. I mean, that is a spread of all spreads. So for $500,000, you get a very nice home. $750, beautiful. $1 million, you're going to get a view, pool, all that kind of stuff. million and a half. They're beautiful homes, new, spectacular, good quality. All right, so here's the other thing. So because it's a new city and we're growing like crazy, Las Vegas is very unique. It's I always say it's like they took everybody from all over the world, from all kinds of backgrounds, randomly put them in an airplane and had everybody jump out with a parachute, and wherever you landed, that's where you were going to live. So it's you might be living next to a person from Asia who's living next to a person from Central America, who's living next to a person from Milwaukee, who's living next to a person from Russia, and everybody gets along. And it's just fantastic. I love it. It's the coolest thing. All right, so the other thing about this city being so new is our roads, our traffic, it's nothing like LA. It's nothing like New York. Our traffic, when we have a traffic jam, most people from other places in the country will laugh. Now, if you're from Columbus or again, Des Moines or somewhere like that where you hardly ever have traffic, yeah, you're going to say we have traffic. But we have a lot of people coming in here. And coming out of LA, wow, that was a nightmare with the 405 and the 101. And it was just crazy. It was like you're always stuck in traffic. Here, I can drive across the entire city normally within 30 minutes. And if it takes 35, that's because there's a backup. So that's something to really think about. You have so much more time to live your life because you're not having to sit in the car to go wherever you have to go. From where I am, I get to the airport in 15 minutes and I can fly anywhere around the world. That's the other thing. Because we have all these tourists coming, there's flight connections from here to everywhere. If I don't like it here in summer, I can get on the plane and I'm not kidding, in 35 to 40 minutes, I'll land at John Wayne Airport. I can get in an Uber and within like a couple hours, I can be at the beach in Newport Beach. I can fly to Cabo. I can fly to Cancun. I could fly wherever. It's amazing. There's connections here to everywhere and worldwide, which is awesome. All right, so this is the last piece. Sorry, I'm making this. I tell you, I get so excited about Las Vegas. I just love it. So this is for me the biggest thing that drew me to Las Vegas is the outdoor and indoor activities. When you're in a city like Miami, yeah, sure, you can go to the beach, you can do boating, stuff like that. There's other things you just can't do. Same with New York, same with San Francisco, same with LA. But I'm going to go through these activities here. I wrote down a bunch, and it's amazing. So right away when I moved here, I got into golf. The golf is world class. And then I found out that guys who play tennis, they love it because it's like there's tennis clubs everywhere. Boating. We have Lake Mead, Hoover Dam right here. The boating is unbelievable. And if you don't like it here, you can go down to Lake Havasu. You can go to Mojave Lake. There's so many lakes by here. It is wild. Fishing. The pools everywhere at all the hotels. A lot of communities have community pools. So if you don't have a pool, they'll have a community pool or a condo community. The pools in summer are awesome. I keep buying houses with pools just because I enjoy it so much. Our hiking here is world class. We now have an NFL football team, the Raiders. That's unbelievable. We have youth football everywhere. There's pro and youth baseball. We have the Aviators baseball team here. I believe we're going to get the Oakland A's. We have pro and amateur soccer. We have pro hockey, amateur. We have basketball. We have UNLV. The mountain biking here is unbelievable. Running, trail running. It's world class. I got into dirt bike riding here. You can go forever out into the desert. It's just crazy. Off-roading if you're into 4x4s. Overlanding, which is off-road camping. Skiing. We have a ski resort here in Las Vegas. You can go camping everywhere around here. Nobody even cares if you go out in the desert, set up a tent, go in the mountains, set up a tent. You just have to obviously make sure you're not, stepping on top of some place where they don't want you to be. But that's you can't even understand how much land is around here. It's unbelievable. We're right by the Grand Canyon. We have Red Rock right here in Vegas. If you're a climber, it's world-class climbing. We have Valley of Fire, just absolutely gorgeous. When you go there, you're like, oh, they filmed all those commercials here. We have Zion National Park, Bryce Canyon, Death Valley, Mammoth, Canyonlands. The other thing that's super cool about Las Vegas is we have gold mines, old gold mines everywhere. If you're into history, around Las Vegas, it's just loaded with old gold mines and old ghost towns. That's super cool. If you're into riding Harleys, you can go out to those places. You know, they always have like a saloon or whatever, which is really neat. Fossil hunting. There are fossils here everywhere. We're in this weird, I don't want to call it weird, but we're in this geologic zone where so much has happened. There's been so much uplift. If you like tectonic plate movement, volcanoes, it's crazy to see the geology around here. Really fascinating. Canyoneering. That's like, you know, doing ropes and going through narrows and all that kind of stuff. That's hiking. We're only a 4-hour drive to LA. That's huge. So again, you can drive to Newport Beach. You could drive to Venice Beach in 4 hours. It's nothing to get to the Pacific. You can get to Phoenix in about 4 hours. We have a huge car racing scene here. We are the headquarters for UFC, which is that fighting where they, you know, beat the, you know what, out of each other. But it's super, super popular and it's wild. You can go see these events all the time, amateur and pro. We have Tough Enough. We also, off-road racing here is massive, pro and amateur. There's a race here, and again, I ride dirt bikes. There's a race every 2 to 3 weeks. And it's like, that's only the one league of racing that I do. There's legitimately a race to do every week here. Also, huge is aviation. Private aviation, wow. I mean, the guys, the possibilities to fly from here, if you have your own plane, the places you can go, everything's within like an hour reach from here with a small private plane. And if you have a jet, this is such a great central location. And again, no state taxes. And the tours, I can't even begin to tell you how many tours there are here in Las Vegas. At any rate, I know I went a little crazy with the pros for Las Vegas, but I'm a fan. I love Las Vegas. I've been selling real estate here for almost 20 years. I've sold 1,400 homes. Everybody I see who come here, they have their life changed. Their quality of life is so good. The only time I see people pull out of here is if there's some kind of hardship. But if you have the discipline and you have the drive and you want to do business and you want to succeed and you want to move forward and live a good quality of life, this is a fantastic city. All right, guys, that's my 5 pros and cons. If you need help with real estate here in Las Vegas, I'd love to help you. Buying, selling, I sell everything from starter homes all the way to luxury homes. And when I say starter homes, our entry-level homes, if you will, the lower price, it might be your forever home. They're that nice. Everything from the 55-plus communities to the mansions. I love to sell everything in Las Vegas. If you have any questions, you need my help, give me a call. I'm at 702-408-6220. Again, 702-408-6220. All right, guys, take it easy, and hopefully you'll join the wave of people who've changed their life, and you'll move to Sin City, Las Vegas. Take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching.